Hello and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be discussing, is Muse's album Will of the People truly the will of the people? We're going to start off with the first song, the intro song, let's say, which is actually called Will of the People. It comes across as like a call to arms song. It kind of like gets everyone up and ready, like listening in. We have like the chunkiness of the guitar and the drums, kind of militarizing it a little bit, giving that kind of sense of like unification. Yeah, unification. It's a very safe song in the sense that it's very Muse-esque. You know, you've got like the high vocals, we got like the big explosive kind of chorus, got like the pre-chorus, which I'm going to be bringing up a lot in this video, by the way. The pre-choruses that Muse do are phenomenal. Everything kind of felt like, right, this is a Muse song, and it's a good Muse song as well. For that, I did it as an 8 out of 10. Compliance, I gave a 7 out of 10 for. It's repetitive as well with like the constant use of the word compliance. There's definitely more like a synth sound to this song as well, and it definitely starts showing off Matt's vocal range just a little bit more. It's very electronic, as I've already said. It also kind of has like a bit of like an 18-bit or a 16-bit kind of gaming kind of feel to it as well during the bridge. And then it kind of has this weird sound which the only way I can describe is kind of like that generic dubstep sound, but doesn't go all the way to being that generic dubstep sound, you know? It's kind of like wow, kind of like, I don't know, I really enjoyed that. It was very like stand out, that part. Liberation was the first song that I reacted to when the album actually came out. Something that I only picked up on after like I've done all the reaction videos and I've been listening to the album in order. It kind of starts off where Compliance ends, carries on with like the rhyming scheme of kind of like, you know, the silence and then the violence, when we've just had it from Compliance. That definitely does connect the two together in a way, like leading on from the first Compliance song into Liberation. The piano build-up and the flow of the whole song itself sounds really good. You can really feel yourself getting into it, relaxing, listening to the music, and then out of nowhere, it explodes. We've got like a higher voice, a bit harder on the keys, builds up to this kind of, whoa, where did this kind of like come from? Matt's vocals get louder and more passionate as the song goes on. Near the end of the chorus, it kind of like hits the keys and goes like, we've had enough. It works really well, really intensifies and just makes the song a little bit more like hard hitting. It sounds like the song is being addressed to the people that we will be liberating against or fighting against, or, you know, who we are uniting against. It's very passive aggressive at times. It's like, you know, saying thank you for your part in this liberation. 8 out of 10 for that one. Won't Stand Down. This is where this all came from. This is the first Muse single I reacted to on this channel, I think, ever. This was the song that got me back invested into this band, and Won't Stand Down is just phenomenal. It starts off with like a normal Musey intro, like kind of a bit bright, but kind of something different to it. And then bang, bang, you have that heavy like guitar come in and the heavy drums and the heavy bass, synth, whatever. Which, you know, obviously it like foreshadows what the song's gonna be like. And then it's used throughout the verse, like just breaking up each line in the verse, which just keeps the like mentality or the intensity up, getting us prepared for what's about to come. After the verse with the pre-chorus, we have like a guitar, which seems to be only playing out of one headphone at the time. And yeah, it sounds good. It's like, okay, cool. That sounds quite like energetic, quite, you know, heavy-ish. And then bang, we actually get into the actual pre-chorus. Everything comes alive. Bang, we get into the chorus. The whole thing explodes. It's like, whoa, what the hell am I listening to? This is amazing. Because of that, we just know every time we finish the verse and we have that pre-chorus come in, we know what we're gonna get and we know we're gonna be rocking out to it as well. That then leads on to like the breakdown, the bridge, whatever you wanna call it. We have some vocal effects. I think he might be screaming in it as well, or it's just kind of like very like overlaid with like filters and that. For the last chorus, we then have all the synths come out and it just progresses the song entirely, as another level to it, another layer. It's just a spectacle to listen to, and I absolutely loved it. That's why I gave it a 10 out of 10. Ghosts was a very interesting song for me because I didn't think I was going to enjoy it as much as I did. It is literally just Matt and a piano. The way this whole song builds throughout is just perfect, and I absolutely loved it. The lyrics really stick to you. You can really listen to them, but they're not too slow as well. The pacing of the entire song is really good. Just listening to like the vocal ranges and like the progressiveness of the piano being played, the intricacies that the piano is, as well as the intricacies in his vocals, and he's doing them at the same time, is just talent to just sit back in awe of. Like, it is unbelievable. It's also got a very classical feel to it as well. I don't know how, it just does. So when I listen to it, and obviously I'm coming from someone who listens to a lot of heavy metal, a lot of just like breakdowns and like, you know, palm muting and like open string and chugginess or whatever, it just makes me feel cultured listening to this song. But yeah, 8 out of 10. You Make Me Feel Like It's Halloween, which is ironic seeing as we are actually in the month of October. This was a really interesting song to listen to. Very upbeat from the off. Like, it has that kind of like dancey kind of like feel to it as well. We've got a lot of electronic samples and a lot of synths in it, basses as well. Just like everything is just completely electronic at first. We get the high vocals in the build up, in the pre-chorus as well. The chorus takes a very different turn to what I thought it was going to be. Got very creepy vocals in this chorus, especially where he sings the whole, you know, you make me feel like it's Halloween. It's very creepy and very like, ooh, it's just something off about listening to it. Then that solo just pierces through out of absolutely fucking nowhere and just takes the song and runs with it. The solo was so good. I was so happy when I was listening to it. I will never be able to play as good as that, and it kills me. Throughout the whole song and the music video as well, there's a lot of Halloween elements to it as well, especially at the outro. Have like that low, scary voice just end on it. Yeah, I did an 8 out of 10 for that one. No, I didn't. I did a 9 out of 10. Ooh, that was scary. Ooh. This song here, Kill or Be Killed. Basically a 10 out of 10 for me. I absolutely loved it, and it is definitely the heaviest song on this album, and you know that straight from the off. It's just straight from that guitar riff that coming in. A little bit of palm mute, a little bit of pinch harmonic as well. Then we got like the whispering scary, or not scary, but like the whispering like, you know, kill or be killed. You just knew this was going to be an absolute banger of a song. The crazy thing about this song and Won't Stand Down is that these songs can be considered heavy, but they're kind of like Muse heavy. Matt doesn't have to substitute out his normal singing for screams and growls and, you know, shouting and whatever else to make heavy songs heavy. They keep that all the same, but then they add the heavy elements in with the guitar, with the basses, with just everything else. It's just a very different way of looking at what a heavy song is, and that's what I love most about it. Chorus hits very hard, as I've said, especially as like they end on the whole kill or be killed bit. The transition back into the verse with that guitar riff, just, it feels so complete, this entire song. Then we get down to the slowed down bridge, which then kind of turns into some sort of breakdown. We get a little more chugginess of the guitar. We get like palm mute. We got like a proper like headbang, like rock and roll. It's just such a good song. It's, you know, that's why it's a 10 out of 10. I cannot make it any more than that. Even then, we have the solo in that one as well, and the solo just starts off quite dark, but then it brightens up towards the end, and then somehow he's singing and the solo's playing, and the vocals and the solo, it harmonizes together, and that's what really just works so well. Verona is an interesting one for me. I felt like it was too slow. It takes too long for me to sit down, listen to it, and get into the song. I think if you can get through the first 2 minutes of the song, then the rest of the song is just really good. But for me, I just don't know if I don't have the attention span, or if I just got bored, or depending on what mood I'm in, I want to get that adrenaline, or I want to get that hit quicker than what Verona does for me. So yes, I do skip this song quite a lot, unfortunately. When I actually can be bothered to sit down and actually listen to it, I enjoy it, but it just doesn't hit for me. 6 out of 10 for this one. I can't put it up to a 7 or an 8 because I think, like, you know, compared to the other songs that I've rated them with those, it just doesn't hit the same. Now, Euphoria is literally straight out of the what makes Muse catalogue. Yes, I love all the heavy songs as well, but this is the Muse that I fell in love with all those years ago, and you know, it kind of gave me, maybe not euphoria, but it gave me nostalgia. You've got the upbeat, interesting guitar tones, guitar effects. 1 minute you're thinking, is that synth? Next minute you're thinking, no, that's guitar. You just can't tell what it is, and the whole guitar, like the main riff in it, comes back and forward throughout the song, helps the song flow. Once again, the pre-choruses, which they do so well, turns into such an explosive, clean chorus. It's nice, it's happy, it's bright, it's like, it's something to enjoy listening to. First solo is quite experimental, it's very out there, and you know, it works really well with the song being like a Muse song. Everything they do, or all of their good songs, are out there. The first solo was great. For the second solo was even better for me, and I just love that we had a song with 2 solos in it, especially as it ended out as the outro as well on the second one. It felt like a story listening to that song, it really did. So yeah, if I haven't said already, 10 out of 10. We are getting fucking fucked. I gave it a 9 out of 10. It was a great song to end the album on, 100%. I really enjoyed it. Starting off, it had a very somber tone. Felt like the whole band was quite low as they started playing it, like, you know, miserable in a way. But you know, once they got into it, and once like the pre-chorus started hitting, and like the message of the song got across, they kind of like, they find their voice in a way, and they like telling everyone what the fuck is going on. I absolutely love the chorus. I didn't know where the chorus was going to go, but I love all the kind of like, it's like, what the hell was that? But it works, it's great. And then how they actually sing the song title could have been like really aggressive, or it could have been very sad, but this one, it was just very kind of like, yeah, we are. That is what we are. The drums stand out a lot more in the song as the song progresses. We've still got that chunky guitar riff, but it doesn't take over too much as it does in the other songs, but it's still there, and you can still appreciate that it's there. We've got this serious side to the song, but then the bridge just turns into this chaotic, wacky kind of like, what even is this song anymore? Pacing gets faster. We get a lot of like high backing vocals as well that I had to like react to, and I was just like, what the hell is this? But okay, fair enough. It almost like the song got fucked itself, and it was just kind of like all over the place. It was just overlapping. It was just chaotic. I also quite liked the bit at the end when like they're chanting, and then the chanting of the song You know, it hits hard still. You can sing along to it or chant along to it, but then it almost kind of goes full circle back to the actual start of the album with the whole will of the people side of things, where, you know, that is what we're chanting for. That is the reason why the will of the people, and we need to unite, because we are fucking fucked, basically. 10 out of 10 for that, if I haven't already said. If you add up all the scores, luckily there is actually 10 songs on this album, so it was very easy for me to work out the kind of like score overall, and it works out to be 85. So 8.5 out of 10. The fact that this album is hitting the heights of like Scoring the End of the World and True Power, just a couple of other albums that I've done, which are more my genre. For someone who's probably a lot more into Muse than I am, they probably think this album's even better, and that's fair, I understand that. It's just my opinion, you might think differently. Let me know what your favourite songs on the album were. Let me know what one you didn't really like the most. Let me know where you thought I was right. Let me know where you thought I was wrong. Let's just have a conversation about it all, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you real soon for the next video. So thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment as I've already said, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you real soon. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Everything kind of like felt like right. Sorry, I'm still a bit ill, trying to bloody cough. Repetitive. Matt's vocals.